We have all been there. I know I have been there a few times. Maybe you are going through it right now. It's this feeling of being powerless or helpless and not having control over something important in your life. Generally, it's something to do with our foundations, maybe a relationship or our home life or our work life. Maybe it was at peace and in harmony, and now it is just the complete opposite. Maybe you've just been through a breakup, maybe you aren't liking the job that you're in, or maybe you don't like the people you're living with. Being powerless and helpless can be quite painful, and it can create this feeling of suffering. You look to the gods and the universe and you say, "Why are you doing this to me? Why are you putting me through this? Why does it feel like my life is turning upside down?" Humans are incredibly resilient. We're always being tested, and we're being tested because we need to grow and evolve. Whatever you are going through right now, you're going to get through it, you're going to get out the other end, and you're going to be a lot more wiser, stronger, self-aware. Probably look back and go, yeah, that was really, really hard, but I'm really, really proud of myself because I got through it. So, how do we get through a really hard situation in our life where our foundation feels tested, where we feel weak, we feel helpless, we feel powerless? What do we do? My take on how to get your power back. The first step to getting your power back, because you are generally the opposite of power, you are in pain. And when you're in pain, you really do need to feel it. Feel the hurt, feel the frustration, scream, cry, yell into your pillow, yell out off a cliff top. Just feel everything that you're feeling. Your feelings are completely valid. Just feel. And label sort of the feelings that are coming up for you. So I feel anger, I feel sad, I feel frustrated. Because when you label them, that means that you're sort of awareness of the feelings that you're feeling, and you're almost sort of trying to not only feel them, but like separate them and almost become an observer of the feelings that you're feeling. When you become aware of the feelings that you're feeling, you're able to sort of manage the feelings in a healthier way. So healthy sort of mechanisms for dealing with your feelings is obviously leaning into your support network. So talking to friends and family about your situation, being heard and not judged for how you feel. You have to also be really, really mindful that you don't try to numb your feelings. I mean, it's okay to sort of, let go a bit and indulge a bit more, but just being really mindful of the choices that you're making. Want to adopt sort of healthy practices as a way to release. So moving your body is obviously a really great way to release your feelings. Get out of your head and into your body to sort of, process the emotions. Going out in nature, journaling, breathing, they are all good tools to adopt when you're trying to feel your feels. Not always the easiest options because it does require a little bit of motivation, but just start small. Just go out for a 5-minute walk or just journal for a couple of minutes, jot down some thoughts. It doesn't need to be big. It's just a way to release. Be really, really kind to yourself during this time. Generally, when we are going through something really, really hard and we're in pain and we don't feel like we have our power, we do behave in a different way. We aren't our complete selves, and it's okay to sort of be a little bit messy and not try to be perfect. Nobody's perfect, but definitely during a hard time, you do not want to be putting pressure on yourself to be perfect. And just remind yourself that you are doing the best that you can. Try adopting sort of affirmations of, I am doing my best, I will get through this, I am getting through this. Try to stay positive as much as possible. Once we have sort of processed the initial feelings around sort of the pain that we're experiencing, when we feel our feelings, we're sort of engaging in a releasing and a purging process. You know, that feeling where you've just cried so much, there's just no more tears left. A shift does start to occur where your head becomes a bit more clearer and you're able to focus a little bit better. You can start thinking a bit more logically, move to a space of acceptance around the situation. It's okay to still sort of feel disappointed around what's happened. We do eventually want to move to a place of maybe understanding why the situation happened the way that it did, but we really want to be mindful of sort of resentment around the situation, mindful of negative thinking around the situation, coming to a place of acceptance. It means that we're sort of choosing a path of healing. This is the point where you really are starting to take your power back. Once you've come to acceptance, you sort of move to a place of, well, what are my options from here? Once you sort of reflect on your options, so by reflecting on your sort of your resources and you know, maybe where you'd like to go next, you realize, yeah, I do have choices. And once you realize that you have choices, you really are on your way to getting your power back. Once you've got your choices, you get into a position of action. You decide which step you are going to take to get out of your situation. Taking action is your power. It is saying, I am strong, capable, motivated, powerful. Let me share an example. I've been in a new role for about 3 months now, and the last month of it has not been very good. Made me feel a little bit stuck, sort of these feelings of feeling like regretful or like, have I made a mistake going to this new job? It's just been very challenging. It's really tested my resilience. Waking up every day before work and thinking, can I really do this? Like, is this, I just really kind of want to quit. You know, one day after work, I was so done with feeling like helpless, started moving to a place of, well, what are my options? What can I do? Once I realized that I do have options, such as finding a new job, decided I'm just going to apply for a new job. And so one evening I wrote up a cover letter, edited my CV, and I just applied for a job. The next day I went into work and I felt so much better because I had actually taken action. It doesn't have to have my power. You know, I am in control of my own power. And the truth is that we might have to go through these sort of feelings, choices, acceptance, action steps over and over and over, because when our foundation is tested or crumbles and is taken away from us, it can take some time to get back into realignment. So, you know, the journey where it says it's linear is really not true. It can be lots of zigzags. Because that's how we grow, that's how we develop, that's how we learn about ourselves, that's how we get out of situations that don't align anymore. Really do learn a lot about ourselves when our power is taken away from us. Fundamentally, we must be practicing personal power every single day. Practicing personal power is committing every day to self-reflection. It's being self-aware. It's knowing what you like and what you don't like. It's setting really good boundaries. Doing this without judgment and just seeing it as a way to get to know oneself in order to realign and head in a direction that we actually want to go in. Because when you practice and commit to personal power, you'll bounce back a lot quicker to events in life that test you and make you feel powerless. When your foundation is taken away from you or tested, you really need to feel everything. The sooner that we feel it, we process it, the sooner you'll get to a clear headspace. Coming to a place of acceptance around a situation, you have choices. You can take action. And then realizing that you do have power. When you take action, that is power. Every day we must commit to a practice of personal power. You have power. That's it from me. I hope you enjoyed today's video on how to get your power back. I'm curious to know what practices you have in place. Hold your personal power. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.